All right, ladies and gents, good evening to everybody and welcome to this session. So we have 4 sessions this autumn, one each month until the month of December, where we have, most here are members of the Pemako community, Pemako Buddhist Sangha. So most of this is going to be familiar to you experientially. And so when the topic is Christ within, Buddha within, it's obviously not like something completely different that we do in our basic daily practice. But perhaps and hopefully like these sessions, this one included, gives you some kind of like a memory from the past that is very familiar, and that there might be some discoveries that you make from specifically about Jesus's, JC's presence, as we're going to practice Guru Yoga with JC. So, most of us have been baptized as Christians when we were children. And what is often the case with practicing Buddhists is that there were some problems with the Christian religion, perhaps no practices at all and belief-based. So people kind of, seekers seek the answers elsewhere. So that definitely was the case with me. I was baptized as a Russian Orthodox Church, and did look into Russian Orthodox, went to the local priest, and I went to, had a communion when I was a teenager, but there was no answer. So I, found my way to yoga and Buddhism and all that. And I think that's a very common story. But so one thing that I really want to, like always, I want to make a point that I want to make is the difference of religions and yoga. Yoga is not religion. Yoga is practice based on, a method of practice based on some kind of psychological theory that has understanding of how the mind works and how self-based delusions, what they are and how they can be removed, so that our own basic nature, the Christ within, Buddha within, can be discovered and stabilized. So I have nothing against religions, but it simply is typically the case that when there is, Mahasiddha like Shakyamuni Buddha, Mahasiddha, spiritual master like Jesus Christ, so they come and give teachings, right? and then you can say that this is true also in the case of Guru Rinpoche in Tibet, that there is a founding Mahasiddha who gives teachings, but then as the time goes on and the tradition starts, right? And then it develops over time, and it usually doesn't develop into a better direction, but dilutes, distorts, and loses the essential meaning, loses the original meaning, loses the way how we can understand Christ within, Buddha within, ourselves as enlightened as Jesus Christ Shakyamuni Buddha, Padmasambhava, or any other master who ever, or any other master ever. so it's just seems to be the case that as time goes on, what started as a yogic, like a spiritual, what is that word? Experience-based system or a path, it gets distorted. And that's how religions come about. I don't think there's a single religion in the world that hasn't become distorted over time. So, I've been a teacher actually 13 years. Tomorrow, I think, is the 1st of October, and October marks the month when I started teaching 13 years ago. So tomorrow it's 13 years I've been doing this. And something that I've done from the beginning, when I learned about I actually learned it from like in Hindu yoga context. I learned about Tantric Guru Yoga, the idea of Tantric Guru Yoga, which means that you tune in to the presence of some past or alive master who is regarded as a spiritual master, a Mahasiddha, a living Buddha, and you feel the presence of that master, and you receive blessings. And then through those blessings, you discover your own basic nature, that Christ within, Buddha within. So I learned it in 2006, I think, after my Zen days. And since then, have been practicing Guru Yoga with many masters, many Mahasiddhas across traditions, across religions, including JC, Jesus Christ. And I think that in the beginning, it was kind of what I started saying, what I said a few minutes ago when I started speaking, is that it probably was like a discovery, that I discovered that, heck, Jesus Christ, he's not actually, he's not a follower or a, how do you say, propagator. He's not somebody who hits you in the head with a Bible. He's not somebody who wishes to spread dogmatic religion or Christian religion. But he's somebody who has a heart that has no limits, who has mind that is clear like the clearest sky, and has a very beautiful, loving, compassionate presence. So that was the thing, what I said first, that us who come from like a Christian, post-Christian background might have some stresses related to also to Jesus, because of the Christian religion and all the dogma in the Christian religion. But hopefully during this session and the following sessions, all those stresses that you might have in relation to Jesus will crumble away. So hopefully we can and we will feel Jesus's presence, his blessings, and through his blessings discover, glimpse, and recognize our own Christhood, Christ within, which is the same as Buddha within. So I'm sure that scholars and academics and followers of both Christian and Buddhist religion would be critical to what I just said when I said that Christhood and Buddhahood is exactly the same thing. But like I wrote in the introduction of these evenings, these sessions, I personally don't care at all about dogmatic beliefs. So what I say is based on my own experience of Buddhist masters, Buddhist Mahasiddhas, Jesus Christ, and so on. So this is my experience of actually being in the company and presence of Jesus Christ for maybe a couple of thousand times during my years of tantric practice. So it's not like I'm making these statements without first-hand experience. So yeah, that's where it comes from, and that's what I hope to use and always use as a foundation, as the basis when I teach and give instructions. So let's get on with it. Let's sit down. Let's take a moment to feel and align the body. Let's take a moment to relax. So make sure you're sitting on the sitting bones at the lower part of the buttocks, so that it's easy to sit upright. If you feel like taking a few deep breaths, you can do that. I suggest you close your eyes to be able to feel the body better, to be able to feel the relaxation better. Let all the joints of the body relax. Let all the muscles hang loose. Let your body be heavy, relaxed and heavy. Relax your shoulders, extend your neck as if the ceiling of the room was just above your crown, and you poke it gently a couple of times with the crown of your head to extend your spine. And then leave the spine, leave the head in an upright, relaxed position. Feel the body. We are not looking at the body from the outside, but feeling it from the inside. So feeling the insides of the body, cavities inside the head, inside neck and throat, inside chest, midsection and belly. Simply feeling. When we feel, when we are aware of the insides of the body, relaxation takes place naturally. And as it does, breathing settles into the belly, chest relaxes, shoulders sink down. And you start breathing with the lower belly. Also feel into the insides of the shoulders, upper arms, elbows, lower arms, wrists, hands, fingers. Feel tensions disappearing, poof, gone. And in the place of that tension-free experience is this basic aliveness. Our body is alive, our heart is alive. This is basic aliveness. Warmth, pumping of the heart, breathing, thinking, feeling. This is basic aliveness. Basic aliveness, liveliness, is one of the characteristics of the basic state of the Christ within, Buddha within. So we relax, let go of needless tensions into this basic state. That is effortlessly alive. And it's not dumb aliveness. It has the feel, the tone of kindness, freshness. Does it? Then you can relax the hip joints, thighs, knees, lower legs, ankles, feet, toes. Still, if you feel like taking deep breaths to help with the relaxation, please do. You can scan through the body, areas different areas of the body in case you find some subtler tensions to release. Also scan through the head space. Relax face. Relax eyes. Relax around eyes. As the body relaxes, we are not falling asleep. So if you feel drowsy, sleepy, remind yourself that this is not the time to take naps. This is time to do yoga practice. Feel the relaxedness of the whole body organism. How does it feel like? We discover this settled, stress-free, and grounded state of being. And in this state, or in this recognition, there is no discontent. You feel settled, naturally calm, not lacking anything. No need to seek either. The need to find answers drops off in this recognition. See also if there is like a loving, compassionate, kind quality in this basic state. Check if it has the energy, the field of kindness, love, compassion, friendliness. And then to open or stretch, open the subtle body, the mind, the energy body. Let's cultivate what in Buddhism is called bodhicitta, the heart mind of enlightenment. Also exercised through prayer in contemplative Christian practices. So let's wish existential freedom, happiness, health, and love to all others, to all living beings, to all sentient beings. May all beings be free, happy, healthy, and content. Feel what this compassionate prayer does. Feel bodhicitta. May all those who are lost and confused be free. May all who are unhappy, sad, depressed, anxious, angry, may all them be happy. May all who are ill, sick, physically, mentally, may they be healthy. We have said these prayers, cultivated bodhicitta, compassion. See how you feel like after the prayers. What is the effect? What is the flavor that is revealed due to these prayers? What is the feel and the flavor? May all self-based stresses, traumas, self-based tensions in our body-mind and in the body-minds of all beings become free. our self-based I, me type thinking, feeling gone. Mind clear, heart soft, body settled. But also Christ within, Buddha within, this basic nature is intense. Intense energy. Soft, but also intense. Dynamic. Stay in this recognition. Easy to stay as we are practicing together. So many of us together. We support each other. For the sake of all beings everywhere. May they be free. May we be free. Happy and healthy. May we be free, happy and healthy. For the sake of everybody together. We surrender our bodies, our hearts, our mind, our energy, our whole being to this recognition. Relax the body. Relax breathing also. And then, as we have spent a moment relaxing and practicing expressing our motivation, let's continue with inviting Jesus' blessings. Let's continue with his Guru Yoga. Dear Jesus Christ, dear Isha, shower us with your blessings. Shower us with your blessings so that we may discover who we really are and so that we can help others, be true support for others, for all beings. Shower us with your blessings. Dear Jesus, dear Isha. we have sincerely asked for Jesus's, for Isha's blessings. And whenever we do, whenever we make a request sincerely, the blessings, the presence will instantly be there, always. So feel it, relax into it, surrender completely to the presence of Jesus. His blessings, His presence is here. Just soak in it. Really soaking wet. Soak the body, soak the heart, soak your mind, soak your emotions, soak your whole being. Simply keep feeling, keep soaking. It often happens with when there's a strong charge, strong blessings, is that we might get tired very quickly, sleepy very quickly. If that happens, you can uh, shake yourself to wake yourself up. You can shake your body, you can open your eyes, stretch your face, tense your muscles, flex the muscles of your body, take a sip of water. So don't miss this opportunity. And then when you're done with waking yourself up, then feel again Jesus' presence. It's kind of like receiving a healing or receiving a massage. So you can kind of just enjoy and be passive. But at the same time, we are not falling asleep. We are not going into some states of meditation or states of trance, nothing like that. So at the same time, we are aware and present ourselves. And actually, the blessings of any Mahasiddha, here Jesus, it helps our minds to become clear through the transmission, through the blessings. So in a sense, we are passive, receiving blessings, but also active, aware. We know, we feel the blessings, we feel this experience. So feel it. This is Guru Yoga. And now that we have tuned in with Jesus, we feel his presence, then we can compare this experience, this transmission, this energy of Jesus with when we just recognized our own basic nature through bodhicitta before in this session. How is this experience same or different than before? What is Jesus's feel? How does he feel like? What is his flavor, personality? All right, please stay with the transmission, but lie down for the next about 10 minutes. Stay with the transmission lying down. So let's continue some more with Isha, with Jesus. I was thinking of chanting some mantras, and this mantra. Namo Ishaya. Isha is the name that Jesus is known on, in Indian and Himalayan yoga traditions. I guess you could say that that's the Sanskrit name for Jesus. And Namo means greeting. So it's a handy little mantra for Jesus. I think that originally Jesus' name was like Yeshu or Yeshua, something like this. In Finnish, it's Jesus. So it's pretty close to Yeshu. But nevertheless, it is usually the case that great masters are given name, distinct names in whatever languages people speak. So so let's chant Namo Ishaya, this simple mantra. And there's really, most of you already know this, having practiced a lot of Guru Yoga. Most of you know this, that the most important thing with Guru Yoga is that we come in contact, feel, and soak in the blessings, because the blessings are a pointer. It points out and reveals our basic state. So that is really the main point and main function of Guru Yoga, and different techniques. In this case, mantra. It's just a way to come in contact with it. But having said that, so my point was that there is no point to just keep repeating a prayer, whatever it might be, or keep repeating a mantra, whether it's this one or some other one. There is no point in just keep repeating it. The point of it is to come in contact, feel, and soak. And through that, our basic state, Christ within, Buddha within, is revealed. But having said that, the reason why I often do it in this way, that first we do a silent session and then we chant, is because when we chant physically, our whole body begins to vibrate gently. So, when I speak, if I place my fingers and hands on my bones, I can feel the bones vibrating gently. So it's the same thing with chanting, with singing mantras, that there is this bone vibration going through the hundreds of bones of the body. And this helps in getting the blessing, getting the energy to be as comprehensive or full as it can be in the body-mind. So this is the reason, or this is the way how I see it. This is the reason why there is so much chanting in yogic traditions, religious traditions. But like I said, the chanting also needs to stop at some point so that we can just receive and feel. Okay, so let's do some chanting. You can align your body, sit again. If at any point you feel discomfort due to your posture, adjust or change position. Jesus' presence is already in the air, but we will make the experience fuller, make the experience of his presence fuller through chanting a couple of minutes. And whenever we approach masters, Mahasiddhas, we need to be sincere. We need to be honest. So our intentions need to be pure. Our heart needs to be open. So that is always important, especially when we approach non-physical masters, such as Jesus, Padmasambhava, or others. That sincerity, that need that we have as seekers, as beings who are lost in existence, is very important. This invites the guru, the master, to us. So we can already feel Jesus' presence and just make it a bit clearer, stronger, more comprehensive. So let's chant a few minutes. Namo Ishaya, 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 Namo Ishaya. Let go of chanting, singing, and feel, receive again. Stay with the charge. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Isha, for all these blessings. Thank you for being there for us. Thank you for helping us. May your blessings and presence help all beings, all sentient beings, and reach all sentient beings. To finish our sessions, let's chant a couple of prayers, relative bodhicitta and dedication of merit. A relative bodhicitta is, may all beings be free 3 times. Inhale. May all beings be free. May all beings be free. May all beings be free. And then dedication of merit. May all beings receive my accumulated merit. I dedicate the merit to the refuge and to all sentient beings. Join hands and make a bow. I think it's best that we take 5 minutes lying down. We run out of time in 13 minutes, but we can take 5 minutes lying down. So please lie down. Definitely, like you say, this is something that I wanted to add and often say that when we practice Guru Yoga, we really need to feel the blessings. We really need to, like I said in that session, that first of all, we need to have utter sincerity and honesty. It doesn't need to be perfect, but we really need to be really need to be sincere. Okay, and when we are, and when we from that state, from that mindset, when we approach masters, then there will be a strong experience because the masters feel our sincerity. Just like in exchange between any one of us with each other, we feel each other's sincerity or the lack of it. And if there's the lack of it, then there's doubt from both sides. So that's why sincerity is important, that it's kind of a way to it's a way to access the Guru, you could say. And then there will be like a flood of blessings that we can actually feel. And when it is a strong charge of blessings, this is the essence of Guru Yoga. That's what makes big changes. What was the thing you started saying? Yes, so you started saying that, if I heard you correctly, you said that there was a big difference between when you just generated bodhicitta and then when we started with Jesus. It is like that. It is like that. Like first, it might feel like there's a big threshold okay, this is my bodhicitta experience, and then when we invite Jesus or Guru Rinpoche or whoever Mahasiddha we're practicing Guru Yoga with, it seems like there's a bong, it's like there's a big threshold, big difference there. But this becomes less and less as our mind purification advances, when our bhumi is open, and especially when bhumi is perfect. So eventually it will be the same, exactly the same. And this is, I wanted to say this because, and many of you have heard me say this many times before, but Guru Yoga is it's the foundation of you could say tantric method, but it's really, isn't it? It's the foundation of Christian contemplative practice. A lot of Christians pray to Jesus and receive his blessings. Well, it's a different matter how it is understood in both in Christianity, Hinduism, Buddhism. But if we do understand, how it all works, then what happens is that, how we get to that understanding that there is no difference between Jesus and myself at all. There is no difference between Buddha, Guru Rinpoche, Milarepa, and myself at all. Christ within, Buddha within. Eventually we get to that when our whole system is cleaned. But accomplishing that, Guru Yoga definitely has a big role in this process.
Yeah. Thank you.
And it's so much easier. Like you could say that, or I would say that, bodhicitta prayer and any basic prayers that we have also in Pemako practice, there is immense power, immense energy in there. But it takes a while to kind of get it, that, basic prayers, it contains everything. It really does. Like a refuge we have, bodhicitta, those basic prayers really contain everything, but it takes a while to get it. But eventually you will. Anything else?
Okay, then me. What was also a big difference for me was when we chant the Namo Ishaya, and you told us when we sing it by our own that that the sound vibrates in our body,
Right, yeah.
And, yeah. But when I stopped singing and heard only your voice, it was more intensive for me.
Okay.
It's only effect.
For me, like you described, the difference was less, but it's still there. And at one point it was so powerful, the charge, that it finally highlighted like a shit bubble. So a shit bubble came up. So now I have to deal with that. But it's good.
JC's personal gift to Carl.
I've been practicing Jesus for the past weeks, almost every day. kind of built up to this.
But I think that, what is really important, whatever type of tradition, whatever type of practice we do, it is really important, whether it's Jesus Christ or other masters, it's really important to have that transmission, because it's kind of like being on a journey with or without a map and a compass. So we can be on a journey without a map and a compass, but if we have a clear goal of getting to Christ within, Buddha within, and realizing it in full, then it is obvious that having a map and a compass is indispensable. And Guru Yoga is like that. It really gives you clear direction. This is kind of you could say that it gives you clear direction. It shows that it works like this. This is the experience. This is the direction. This kind of experience is the direction. And it, how do you say in English? It rules out all the other options. And this is really important, because there are all kinds of mind states, meditative states, exalted states, dodgy states available to us, because the human psyche is so complex. So there, all kinds of things are available to us, and we can see, in different, you could say, all kinds of, people come up with all kinds of paths and practice systems out from their own heads. And this might be good, or it might be, disastrously bad, right? So to practice, to have transmission of a fully enlightened master is essential, because it rules out, it removes all those bad, possibly dangerous options. It reveals our own basic state, our own Christ within, Buddha within, and that's what we really seek, isn't it? We seek to remove our doubt and confusion regarding who we are and what existence is. So in that task, Guru transmission is essential. We are a little bit late from the schedule, so at this point I thank you for joining. Thank you for donations as well. We have the next Christ Buddha session in 28th of October, so in about a month from now. It's also a Thursday evening, so do join if you can and like to. As you know, we also have a couple of weekly sessions in Pemako Sangha, led by instructors and other teachers. Then next month in October, from 15th until 19th, we have autumn retreat for 4 days. 4 days staring the screen. But fortunately, it seems like the staring at the screen is becoming less. We'll have a live retreat after almost 2 years of not having live retreats. We have one in November in Finland. There's still open spaces if you want to come. You can talk to Helena about that. But finally, thank you, Jesus, there is a live retreat coming. I don't know. I've been kind of thinking that, I haven't met that many people during the past almost 2 years, and it might be like a bit overwhelming at first to meet people, for me at least. But I'm really, really happy about that it's finally happening in November. So only like a month and a half to wait until that. But like I said, there's autumn retreat before that, and we have weekly sessions. And the next Christ Buddha is 28th of October. Thank you everyone for joining. I wish it was at least all right for you. And I wish you a good day or good evening. See you later. Okay? Thank you very much.